Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I am Midshipman 3rd Class Evan Kowalski, and I'll be the Master of Ceremonies for today's Regimental Awards ceremony. Before we get started, I would like to thank Mr. Brian Wolf in the IT department for assistance in producing this presentation and for his support with calendar updates and social media assistance. Welcome to the 2023 Regimental Awards ceremony. We are here to recognize some of our midshipmen's superior accomplishments they achieved using their individual talents and abilities, hard work, and their tenacity. This event is also significant as it encourages other students to achieve their goals and receive recognition for their success. Before we get started with some opening remarks, I would like to acknowledge a few people participating this afternoon. MMA's own President Jerry Paul and Captain John Cashman, Commandant. We also have some distinguished alumni, representatives of alumni chapters and a Marine Society present with us that I will mention a little bit later. We thank you for your wonderful support to our regimental students. Welcome and good afternoon to all of you. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce to you this afternoon Captain John Cashman, Commandant of Midshipmen, for some opening remarks.
Well, welcome, colleagues, alumni, family, friends, and most importantly, to our students that are here this evening. Thank you for joining us today for the Regimental Awards ceremony. I am very grateful that we can be here in person, and also for the great work of Brian Wolf and the Information Technology staff who are able to live stream this so others can participate virtually. I want to open with a few thoughts. Over the years, I've found that you can categorize people in one of three general categories. There are those who make things happen. There are those who watch things happen. And of course, there are those who ask, what happened? Well, I'm pleased to say that those of you who we recognize tonight are part of that first category. Well done. Tonight, we honor you, but I also want to note that we'd be here and you'd be putting in the same amount of work. You would perform just as well, and you would dedicate just as much time to the betterment of yourselves and your shipmates, even without the formal recognition. However, it is too often that we get overwhelmed in life's daily tasks and challenges, and we do forget to take the time to acknowledge and commend the hard work and selfless dedication of others. So tonight it is through the support of our alumni, both as alumni chapters and as individuals, as well as maritime affinity groups and societies, that give us this opportunity to recognize and celebrate your achievements. Success is about creating opportunities, opening doors, and making the most out of the options that you have before you. Those opportunities, both current and future, come from being part of a larger organization that is Maine Maritime Academy. Each of our awardees demonstrates that they understand that success doesn't come from individual effort alone. You need a support network. And this network relies upon the success of your peers and a legacy of high achievement by those who came before you. Many of you gathered here this evening, in person and online, are here because you know very well the value of a Maine maritime education and the benefits that it provides. And you've also made personal commitments to continuing that legacy through recognition of these future alumni gathered. For that, I thank you. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce Maine Maritime Academy's President, Jerry Paul. Admiral.
Thank you, Captain Cashman. And it is an honor to be here to honor you for your achievement and to echo Captain Cashman, well done. I'm pleased to be here this evening It's also a distinct honor and a pleasure to welcome some very distinguished visitors that we have with us here to our campus this evening, who in turn are honoring some of our most outstanding students. First of all, Captain Dave Sulin, an MMA alumnus who is here on behalf of the Portland Marine Society, an organization with an extraordinarily rich history dating back to 1796, I believe. I'd also like to welcome Sandy Sandstrom, who is here representing the Amendola family, themselves alum of the Academy. Mr. Eugene Silva, another alumnus of and friend of Maine Maritime Academy. Lieutenant Ryan Armstrong, representing our Naval Reserve Officer Training Corps. And although he can't be with us here in Castine tonight, Admiral Warren Hamm, a distinguished alumnus who will be represented by Captain Cashman in the presentation of the award that bears his name. Professor Adam Slasis and Professor Joe Harmon, who are both here this evening representing their respective departments. Welcome to each of you this evening. We appreciate the generosity of your respective organizations, as well as the generosity with your own time in recognizing our current students who have performed admirably and are so deserving of the recognition. We are aware that you do this year in and year out, time and time, and have affected the futures of many young mariners and will indeed affect the futures of this next generation of mariners that we are producing right here today. Generous, thoughtful support of organizations such as the Portland Marine Society, our alumni associations, Artec Marine Systems, Machine Systems, Admiral Hamm, Mr. Silva, and others. These are the things that allow our students to thrive and put their best foot forward with confidence. The example that you set, supporting the students of today, is one that they will carry forth and remember. All of us here in this room tonight are mariners through bonds formed by this academy, by those who have supported us, those who support these students, and you as students yourselves that, as Captain Cashman mentioned, achieve at such a high level. Once again, it is an honor to be here. It is an honor to honor you. Congratulations on your success and your achievement. Well done.
Thank you, President Paul. This afternoon, we have 2 alumni chapters and 1 Marine Society represented here today. The Bangor Sea Dogs Alumni Chapter, Seacoast Alumni Chapter, and the Portland Marine Society have awards to present this afternoon. The alumni associations and marine societies are powerful networks where being a graduate from Maine Maritime Academy can be very helpful. It is rewarding seeing alumni chapters and marine societies giving to this next generation of mariners. Our first award presenter tonight is Mr. Jeff Wright, Director of Alumni Relations.
The Seacoast Alumni Chapter of the Maine Maritime Academy Alumni Association is homeported in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, and is presenting 2 $1,000 awards. The Captain Thomas Smith Award of $1,000 is given to the Cadet Master of the Training Ship State of Maine for Cruise 2023 in the academic year 2023-24. The Seacoast Chapter is pleased to present this year's award to Midshipman Second Class Maxwell Dingle, a Marine Transportation Operations Major from Rockport, Maine. The Paul Mercer Award of $1,000 is given to the Cadet Chief Engineer of the Training Ship State of Maine for Cruise 2023 and academic year 2023-24. the Seacoast chapter is pleased to present this year's award to Midshipman Second Class Jace Chenard, Marine Engineering Operations Major from North Fort Myers, Florida. The Sea Dogs chapter of the Maine Maritime Academy Alumni Association, homeported in Bangor, Maine, is awarding two $1,000 scholarships to students based on their academic performance, leadership abilities, and on-campus activities. In short, your selection demonstrates that you have excelled in these areas, and congratulations on your success, your hard work, and achievements at Maine Maritime Academy. We know that these attributes will serve you well throughout your life and professional career. This year's recipients are Midshipman Second Class Chase Crockett, a Marine Engineering Technology major from Bristol, Maine, and Midshipman Second Class Damian Arsenal, a Marine Engineering Technology major from Rumford, Maine. In representing over 9,000 graduates of Maine Maritime Academy Alumni Association, living in all 50 states and around the world, I extend our sincere congratulations to all of tonight's award recipients. Our next award presenter will be Captain David Sulin, Maine Maritime Academy, class of 1971, chairman of the Portland Marine Society Scholarship Committee. Captain Sulin.
First of all, I want to thank the President, Commandant, and I want to thank Lonnie Christian, the Deputy Commandant, who goes overboard to help us select the young people that will receive these awards. We're very proud to be here representing the Portland Marine Society. They told you how old we are. I'm not that old. I'm being accompanied, I have two bodyguards. One's Captain Jeff Wadman, who's the president of the Portland Marine Society. The other is Commodore Larry Wade, who, before he stuck me with the job to be chairman of the scholarship committee, I was on the scholarship committee with Larry as chairman. So I learned everything from Larry. Larry and I are good friends. I'm going to read a couple of things from the requirements that we hammered out several years ago. Larry and I and three other Maine Maritime Academy graduates were on the committee. The Portland Marine Society, as you've heard, founded in 1796. Larry, I'm stealing some of Larry's thunder, but he always likes to remind people that you may have heard of the guy that signed our charter, Sam Adams. And I know you're familiar with that name. You're not going to Maine Maritime without telling me you're not familiar with that name. Okay. Historically, our bylaws instituted at Portland, Maine, and incorporated by the Massachusetts General Court in February of 1796. Article 6. As the original design and purpose of this society is the promotion and knowledge of navigation at sea and seamanship, the Finance Committee, after making provisions for needed relief as provided for in the second and third purposes of this society, shall report to the membership the amount of funds which they believe could wisely be devoted to the first purpose of the society. We adjusted that amount. So this year, our scholarships, back in October, the check was mailed, and we increased what we had been giving for several years for each scholarship from $2,000 to $3,000 because some of us understand just how expensive it is to get an education these days. Continuing with Article 6, the promotion of navigation at sea and seamanship is construed to include, without limitation, the subsidization in part or in full of instruction in nautical sciences, as well as the provision of financial assistance, enabling attendance of deserving young persons at educational institutions providing instruction in nautical sciences. Now I'll skip some of the boilerplate. Scholarship criteria. This is where you guys are. We also give out a scholarship to a student at Massachusetts Maritime Academy because some of our Portland Marine Society membership were graduates from that school. Maine or Massachusetts Maritime Academy or other recipients of financial aid from the Portland Marine Society, scholarship award criteria should be selected from applicants who must closely meet the following criteria. And this is where your school comes in and really helps us. This is where Commander Christian comes in and helps us. This is where the financial aid office comes in and helps us. 1, you must be a U.S. citizen. 2, you must be in the Licensed Marine Transportation Operations Program or Licensed Marine Engineering Program. 3, you must be a member of the Regiment of Midshipmen. 4, having completed at least 1 semester. 5, maintain a grade point average in the upper half of the required GPA. 6, obtain the endorsement of the Commandant as to regimental standing. 7, have demonstrated leadership qualities. Now, these leadership qualities may be evidenced by a position in the regiment or participation in clubs, service organizations, student government, etc. 8, have demonstrated need of financial assistance. And again, there's more boilerplate. Now, this year's recipients, I'm going to hold their names for a second, and I'm going to read you a letter telling you got this scholarship that's in this envelope. There's 2 copies in here. 1 copy is for you to do as you wish. The other copy is for you to make sure your parents or your guardians have a copy to stick on their refrigerator because they're very proud of you. Okay, dear recipient, congratulations on being selected as a 2022-2023 academic year recipient of a scholarship from the Portland Marine Society. Having met the requirements stipulated by the Society's membership, you were recommended for this scholarship by the Director of Financial Aid at Maine Maritime Academy and Deputy Commandant Commander Lonnie Christian. The Portland Marine Society, the 3rd oldest active marine society in the world, was established in 1796 for the, quote, promotion of the knowledge of navigation and seamanship and, quote, the relief of decayed and disabled seamen and the poor widows and orphans of deceased seamen. 1796. We don't have the decayed seamen anymore. So that's to your benefit. That gives us more funds to give to you guys. The Society is very pleased and proud that we are able to carry on with our traditions and original mission in the form of scholarships to students pursuing courses of study in marine-related fields. Therefore, please accept this $3,000 scholarship that has been deposited in your account and continue to demonstrate those skills and attitudes that have led to your selection for this honor. Additionally, I'd like to extend an invitation for you to attend one of the Society's monthly meetings in the near future so that you can be recognized by our membership. The Portland Marine Society wishes you continued success in your chosen field of study. Sincerely, for the Portland Marine Society Scholarship Committee, Captain D.A. Sulin, Chairman. Commodore Lawrence Wade, Chief Engineer Scott Keller, Chief Engineer William Donini. Every one of us is a Maine Maritime grad. Now, we will hit it with the names. I'll give you your envelope. Please stop by and shake hands with my bodyguards after we're done, okay? Thank you very much. Now, in RHIP, rank has its privileges, so we will start with Midshipman First Class Igli Bachaku. And if I can try to, beautiful. If I mispronounce your name, you can go ahead and take a swing at me. Midshipman Second Class Cody Hanscom. Midshipman Third Class Anthony Hall. You're most welcome. Thank you. And Midshipman Fourth Class Kellen Thiel. All right. That ends Portland Marine Society's presentation. We've been doing this for a long, long time, and the next presenter will be Sandy Sandstrom of Artec.
Good evening. My name is Sandy Sandstrom. I'm here representing Artec and the Amendola family class of 86 and 2015. They send their regrets. There is 60 feet of snow in the Sierras. They repair ski lifts, and most of those areas plan on running till July. So when something breaks down this time of year, it's crucially important to get out there and make amends. The Regimental Alumni Development Award is presented to the student who exemplifies regimental values and displays diligence in the Marine Engineering program. A perpetual brass plaque hangs in Curtis Hall, recording each year's recipient. This annual award, now in its 10th year at MMA, represents the pride we have for this academy and the maritime community. It is our way to give back to and help perpetuate the academy we so cherish. Without question, MMA produces some of the finest maritime professionals the industry has ever known. The recipient is given $750 and the opportunity to attend a 2-day hands-on reduction gear training seminar with all expenses paid. This is valued at $2,000. The 22 recipient, Midshipman Yeaton, and the 2023 recipient will attend this biannual class hands-on event hosted by Artec Machine and the Doppelmayr Company on the 14th and 15th of April. Better pack, it's next weekend, in St. Jerome, Canada. The focus of this seminar is to provide an appreciation for varied factors affecting the operation of diverse types of industrial gear drive systems. It includes aspects of gear designs, issues affecting gear life and reliability, maintenance, and servicing. The course combines classroom and numerous hands-on sessions focusing on gear failure. Basics of forensic analysis, troubleshooting, inspection protocols, and condition monitoring. Takeaways from this course apply equally well to a wide spectrum of customized gearing systems, including marine gear units, power generation, high-speed mechanical drive applications, and lift gears for personal transport, such as ropeways and tramways, the aforementioned ski lifts. This award goes to students who have consistently shown a commendable, consistent dedication to the marine engineering program and has repeatedly shown that he or she possesses those unique qualities of leadership and technical knowledge that identify them as outstanding and committed to excellence. Most importantly, the recipient has demonstrated a tenacious spirit, their energetic nature, and their boundless talents to the core of the regiment. John said I could give out a little guidance before I present his guidance. And mine is, I hope 50 years from now, you remember this evening, and you always wear your sunscreen. Do it. It messed me up badly. The other thing my father taught me when I was about 10 years old was whatever tools you use, learn to sharpen them, and then make the time to keep them sharp. From John Amendola III, quote, I would like to provide you with 3 words of advice: patience, consistence, and faith. Patience and consistence will ultimately bring you wisdom and success. Faith in God will bring you through any challenge that life will throw at you. The Regimental Alumni Development Award for 2023 goes to Midshipman 3rd Class J. Hinson, a marine engineering technology major from Calais, Maine. Congratulations, Mr. Hinson, and also Mr. Eaton. The Regimental Alumni Development Award, awarded to the student who exemplifies diligence in the marine engineering program. This is presented by Artec Machine Systems and the Amendola family. Presented to Midshipman 3rd Class J. Hinson for services as put forth in the following. For exceptional performance as a Midshipman 3rd Class in Bravo Company, Maine Maritime Academy Regiment of Midshipmen from August 2022 to April 2023. Midshipman 3rd Class Hinson's commitment, leadership, and dedication are a testament to his character and compatibility with the ideals of Maine Maritime Academy. A marine engineering technology major, Midshipman 3rd Class Hinson maintains a 3.95 grade point average, while simultaneously representing Maine Maritime Academy as a non-traditional student. Midshipman 3rd Class Hinson's initiative, perseverance, and worth ethic are an example to his shipmates and are in keeping with the highest traditions of Maine Maritime Academy and the maritime industry. Signed this 10th day of April 2023, Captain John D. Cashman, Commandant of Midshipmen.
Our next award presenter is Captain John Cashman, Commandant, who will be presenting the next award.
It is an honor to present the Rear Admiral Warren C. Hamm MMA Class of 1949 Scholarship Award. Admiral Hamm and his wife Barbara started a tradition of recognizing students who exemplify the traits of leadership, accountability, and loyalty. This particular award is reserved for a 3rd class midshipman. The award in Admiral Hamm's name includes a $1,000 scholarship and an individual plaque. The recipient's name is also engraved on a perpetual plaque that hangs in Curtis Hall. This year's selection is Midshipman 3rd Class Brody Hawthorne, a marine engineering technology major from Turner, Maine. So as Commander Christian presents the award, I'm going to read the citation. Citation to Midshipman 3rd Class Brody Hawthorne for services put forth in the following. For exceptional performance of duty while serving as a 3rd Class Striker, Delta Company, Maine Maritime Academy, Regiment of Midshipmen, beginning August 2022 and culminating in his selection as officer in charge for the Midshipman under guidance, class of 2027. Midshipman Hawthorne displayed high energy and strong commitment during the summer 2022 Regimental Preparatory Training Program and extended MUG semester. Leading a boat crew of 10 of our newest students, Midshipman Hawthorne made himself available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, to assist in their personal development and integration into the regiment. Tirelessly devoting his time to others, Midshipman Hawthorne also balanced his leadership on the varsity golf team while maintaining a 3.84 grade point average. Midshipman 3rd Class Hawthorne's character, initiative, perseverance, and dedication to duty are most heartily commended and are in keeping with the highest traditions of Maine Maritime Academy and the maritime industry. Signed this day under my hand, John Cashman, Commandant Midshipman. So before I let you go, Mr. Hawthorne, Admiral Hamm, who is joining us with his family tonight remotely, asked that I share the following advice with you and all of your shipmates. Maine Maritime Academy has given you the tools to be a success in your profession. You can achieve anything you desire if you truly do so. Congratulations. Our next award presenter is Midshipman 1st Class Cole Edens.
Good evening. My name is Midshipman 1st Class Cole Edens, and tonight I'm presenting the Lester R. Payton Naval Leadership Sword. The Lester R. Payton Naval Leadership Sword is presented to a 1st class or 2nd class midshipman who continuously looks to further the goals and the mission of the regiment, regardless of rank or responsibility. This year's recipient, Midshipman 1st Class Eric Moat, a Marine Engineering Operations major from Blue Hill, Maine. And I will read a citation. The Lester R. Payton Navy Leadership Sword is presented to 1st Class Eric Moat for services set forth in the following: for exceptional performance of duty in Maine Maritime Academy's Regiment of Midshipmen and Strategic Sealift Midshipman Program. Upon enrolling, Midshipman 1st Class Moat immediately sought and served in multiple leadership positions, displaying his dedication and his strong commitment to the regiment's core values and mission. Midshipman 1st Class Moat's positive leadership was on display as he assisted the regimental training staff in 2022. As a prospective strategic sealift officer in the Navy Reserve Officer Training Corps program, he currently serves as the Midshipman Commanding Officer in MMA's NROTC unit. Midshipman First Class Mote's character, initiative, perseverance, and dedication are most heartily commended and are in keeping with the highest traditions of Maine Maritime Academy and the maritime industry. Signed this 10th day of April 2023. Congratulations. And our next award presenter of this evening is Midshipman First Class Natalie Samuels, our former regimental commander.
Scholarship Award is nominated by the outgoing Wedge, and it is in recognition of a rising midshipman who is taking their utmost advantage of leadership opportunities within the Regiment of Midshipmen. This year, the $500 scholarship award goes to Midshipman Third Class Henry Richardson, a marine engineering technology major from Cohasset, Massachusetts. Unfortunately, he could not join us tonight, but I will read the citation in his absence. For the services as set forth in the following. For exceptional performance of his duties as Band Company Executive Officer and Third Class Striker, Delta Company, Maine Maritime Academy's Regiment of Midshipmen, from August 2022 to April 2023. During this period, Midshipman Richardson exemplified the regiment's core values of honor, loyalty, and devotion to duty, earning the respect and admiration of his fellow midshipmen to include this special recognition by the Regimental Wedge as their selection for the Midshipman Scholarship Award. Midshipman Richardson embraced the challenge of being a third-class striker during the summer of 2022 Regimental Preparatory Training and Mug Month. Recognized for his consistently high performance, reliability, and leadership potential, Midshipman Richardson was also assigned as Band Company Executive Officer, a challenging office that affords the opportunity to inspire his peers by using his talents as a musician while also practicing motivational leadership. Midshipman Third Class Richardson's character, initiative, and perseverance dedication are most heartily commended and are in keeping with the highest traditions of Maine Maritime Academy and the maritime industry. Signed this 10th day of April 2023, Captain John Cashman.
Our next award presenter is Mr. Eugene Silva.
It's truly a pleasure for me to be here today. Excuse my voice, I've got a bit of a cold and I'm just getting over. I graduated from Maine Maritime Academy in 1964. My brother graduated from Maine Maritime Academy in 1957. In 1954, when I think Eisenhower was president, I came to this academy with my brother to drop him off. I've seen a lot come and go at Maine Maritime Academy during that long period of time. But in the last 10 years that I established this award, I have never seen a better group, more qualified group of people than those who were selected. They're some of the best I've seen. Now, my background is Merchant Marine, U.S. Navy, and the law. I was in the Merchant Marine for 3 years. I was in the Navy as navigator of a deep draft ship, 590 feet long, with 450 people on board for 2 years, and I've practiced maritime law for over 50 years. In that period of time, I've come across a number of people who were outstanding. I came across a bunch of people who were good guys, good girls, good people. Rarely did I find the two merged, except maybe with the people who have accepted this award over the past decade. As a man who was, excuse me, a admiral in the Navy by the name of James Calvert. Now, you probably never heard of his name, but he was the commanding officer of a submarine that went under the first submarine to go under the North Pole, and he was beloved by the Navy establishment. I had occasion to spend an evening with him once, and he turned to me and he said, "Where'd you go to school?" And I said, "I went to a small school in Maine called Maine Maritime Academy." And he said, "I've heard of it. I know a few people from there." He said, "What did you study?" I said, "Well, I was what they called a deck guy. I studied navigation, rules of the road, tides and currents, astronomy, stability, cargo." And I'm going down the list of things that I studied. And he was very seriously hearing me, and he said, "You know what?" He said, "I graduated from the Naval Academy, and that's what I studied." And he said, "You know what else? When I became an admiral, they made me the superintendent of the Naval Academy with one order, and that is change that. We're going to turn us into a great university. We want to be the equivalent of Harvard and Yale and all these other places." And he said, "Just between you and me, I think they lost the leadership side of that. And what you studied was professional, and you probably put it to good use. And since we were talking about law at the time, maritime law, you're a pretty good lawyer." A few other things he said, which were kindly put. But the basics of it was the education you got here is prized by people who go to sea. You're good people, you're well taught, and the best among you, to my great fortune, have accepted an award I established here. Now, I'd like to read you the qualifications. Eugene J. Silva Award and $1,000 scholarship is given to a first-class midshipman of any rank who demonstrates the qualities of leadership and character as described by Eugene J. Silva, 64. These qualities include personal honor, integrity, courage, truthfulness, fidelity to principle, self-discipline, inspirational, tenacious, tough, fair, and caring in the treatment of those of his or her charge. In short, the leader who inspires others to follow shall be the recipient of this award. A perpetual plaque hangs in Curtis Hall with each year's recipient name engraved on a brass plate. And you also get a nice little memento. This year's recipient is Midshipman, First Class, Haley Kent, in Oceanography, Small Vessel Operations, Coastal and Marine Environmental Science major from Needham, Massachusetts. Congratulations, Midshipman. Well deserved.
Eugene J. Silva Regimental Award, presented to Midshipman First Class Haley Kent for services as set forth in the following. For exceptional performance of duty while serving as Maine Maritime Academy's Charlie Company Commander from 21 February 2022 to 27 February 2023. Midshipman First Class Kent, a voluntary member of the regiment, distinguished herself through her fair and compassionate leadership of the regimental company, comprised of 110 midshipmen. Midshipman Kent rose to the challenge of a post-COVID environment and volunteered to lead the first Coast Guard Auxiliary Unit program, the AUP, in Maine Maritime Academy's history. As the Charlie Company Commander, Midshipman Kent simultaneously began recruiting within the regiment and throughout the student body at large, attracting new membership to the AUP. Furthermore, Midshipman Kent participated as the student ambassador with admissions, talking to potential students and their parents at weekly on-campus luncheons regarding the benefits of being a member of the Regiment of Midshipmen at Maine Maritime Academy. Midshipman Kent cheerfully set the example for all students at Maine Maritime Academy and reinforced it through her patience, composure, poise, and determination. Midshipman First Class Kent's perseverance, initiative, and stellar leadership reflected great credit upon herself and are in keeping with the highest traditions of the Maine Maritime Academy. Signed this 10th day of April, 2023, Captain John D. Cashman, Commandant of Midshipmen, Maine Maritime Academy.
We will now take the time to recognize our Cadet Shipping Project award winners for both deck and engine majors. These awards recognize the hard work and high academic achievement on their cadet shipping projects. A letter and a ribbon will be given to each student who has earned this honor. Well done to all. Captain Slazis will assist with the Deck Cadet Shipping Project award winners. Students, as your name is read, please make your way onto the stage to be presented with your award. Midshipman Second Class Arden Aston, a Marine Transportation Operations major from Absecon, New Jersey. Midshipman Second Class Elizabeth Cashman, a Marine Transportation Operations major from Castine, Maine. Midshipman Second Class Peter Shelton, a Marine Transportation Operations major from Belfast, Maine. Midshipman Second Class Cole Zidell, a Marine Transportation Operations major from Wantage, New Jersey. Midshipman Second Class Michael Calderwood, a Marine Transportation Operations major from Tucson, Arizona. Midshipman Second Class Edwin Cameron, a Marine Transportation Operations major from Chico, California. Midshipman Second Class Nicholas Davis, Marine Transportation Operations major from Portland, Maine. Midshipman Second Class Maxwell Dingle, Marine Transportation Operations major from Rockport, Maine. Midshipman Second Class Megan Dura, a Marine Transportation Operations major from Point Pleasant Beach, Maine. Midshipman Second Class Rowan Kristen, a Marine Transportation Operations major from Booth Bay Harbor, Maine. Midshipman Second Class Molly McInnes, a Marine Transportation Operations major from Londonderry, New Hampshire. Midshipman Second Class Russell Marinari, a Marine Transportation Operations major from Booth Bay Harbor, Maine. Midshipman Second Class Logan Mathias, a Marine Transportation Operations major from Virginia Beach, Virginia. Midshipman Second Class Alexis Petter, Marine Transportation Operations major from Holland, Michigan. Midshipman First Class Natalie Samuels, a Marine Transportation Operations major from Camden, Maine. Midshipman Second Class Uriah Tongsupapong, a Marine Transportation Operations major from Cushing, Maine. Midshipman Second Class Caden White, a Marine Transportation Operations major from Bridgewater, Vermont. We'd also like to recognize Midshipmen's Second Class Danny Stash and Second Class Zachary West, who could not make it tonight. Professor Joe Harmon will now assist with the Engine Cadet Shipping Project award winners. Students, as your name is read, please make your way to the stage to be presented with your award. Midshipman Second Class Jace Chenard, a Marine Engineering Operations major from North Fort Myers, Florida. Midshipman First Class Mitchell Haskell, a Marine Engineering Operations major from Windham, Maine. Midshipman Second Class Samuel Edborg, a Marine Engineering Operations major from Saco, Maine. Midshipman First Class Zachary Johnson, a Marine Engineering Operations major from Kennebunk, Maine. Midshipman Second Class Aaron Hernandez Navarro, a Marine Engineering Operations major from Carrollton, Texas. Midshipman Second Class Matthew Martell, a Marine Engineering Operations Major from Biddeford, Maine. Midshipman Second Class Walker Roberts, a Marine Engineering Operations Major from Belfast, Maine. Midshipman First Class Tyler Williams, a Marine Engineering Operations Major from Standish, Maine. Midshipman First Class Brett Dooley, a Marine Engineering Technology Major from Bar Harbor, Maine. Midshipman First Class Lucas Giro, a Marine Engineering Technology Major from Indialantic, Florida. Midshipman Second Class Bradley Manzo, a Marine Engineering Technology Major from Patton, Maine. Midshipman Second Class William Corsello, Marine Systems Engineering Major from Cape Elizabeth, Maine. Midshipman Second Class Cody Hanscom, a Marine Engineering Technology Major from Lincoln, Maine. Midshipman Second Class Colby Fournier, a Marine Engineering Technology Major from Glenburn, Maine. Midshipman First Class Robert Jacobs, a Marine Engineering Technology Major from Pittston, Maine. Midshipman Second Class Jesse Carnes, a Marine Engineering Technology Major from Bangor, Maine. Midshipman Second Class Nathaniel Pierce, a Marine Engineering Technology Major from Monson, Maine. Midshipman Second Class Noel Flannery, a Marine Systems Engineering Major from East Hampton, Connecticut. Midshipman First Class Benjamin Jacobs, Marine Systems Engineering Major from Damariscotta, Maine. Midshipman Second Class Scott McClowan, a Marine Systems Engineering Major from Lambertville, New Jersey. As we close our ceremony out, we would like to honor and say thank you to our outgoing regimental student leaders by presenting them with their portrait plaques that hung in Curtis Hall over the past year. Outgoing class of 2023 Wedge and Company Commanders, Regimental Executive Officer, Midshipman First Class William Procco, a Marine Transportation Operations Major from Branford, Florida. Regimental Operations Officer, Midshipman First Class Sean Caulfield, a Marine Engineering Operations Major from San Diego, California. Cadet Chief Engineer, Midshipman First Class Logan Ekman, a Marine Systems Engineering Major from Dedham, Maine. Regimental Adjutant, Midshipman First Class Tamara Miller, a Marine Engineering Technology Major from Warren, Maine. Regimental Master-at-Arms, Midshipman First Class Julia Malcolm, a Marine Engineering Technology Major from Trenton, Maine. Regimental Physical Training Instructor, Midshipman First Class Cole Edens, a Marine Transportation Operations Major from Fort Smith, Arkansas. Regimental Public Relations Officer, Midshipman First Class John Egger, a Marine Transportation Operations Major from Marion, Massachusetts. Regimental Morale Officer, Midshipman First Class Marshall Joyce, a Marine Transportation Operations Major from Virginia Beach, Virginia. Regimental Senior Striker, Midshipman First Class Colin Berry, a Marine Engineering Technology Major from Norwich, Connecticut. Regimental Academics Officer, Midshipman First Class Isaac Sewell, a Marine Systems Engineering Design Major from Bangor, Maine. Band Company, Midshipman First Class Roger Hawkins, a Marine Systems Engineering Major from Mason, Tennessee. Alpha Company, Midshipman First Class Tate Cooper, a Marine Transportation Operations major from Northampton, New Hampshire. Bravo Company, Midshipman First Class Tegan Lindstedt, a Marine Engineering Technology major from Gray, Maine. Charlie Company, Midshipman First Class Haley Kent, an Oceanography, Small Vessel Operations, and Coastal and Marine Environmental Science major from Needham, Massachusetts. Delta Company, Midshipman First Class Patrick Amba, a Marine Transportation Operations major from Walnut Creek, California. Drill Company, Midshipman First Class Parker Bullier, a Marine Engineering Technology major from Jay, Maine. Regimental Commander, Midshipman First Class Natalie Samuels, a Marine Transportation Operations major from Camden, Maine. Ladies and gentlemen, can we get one last round of applause for all the students' achievements this evening? Thank you all for participating, and before we dismiss, if all of the students could come up for a group photo, this concludes today's Regimental Awards ceremony.
There you go.
Congrats, everybody. Have a great afternoon. Enjoy the weather.